Hello and welcome to a new reaction video. My name is Larissa and today I'm going to react to the finale of The Last Kingdom. It's been so long since I started reacting to this and I can't believe today it's coming to an end. It's insane. I know of course there's also still the movie. I will also be reacting to that of course. I have to say for the patrons I can't promise it's gonna be on here next week because of course that's a bit longer than a regular episode. But I will try to get it on Patreon as fast as possible. But yeah, when this episode is on YouTube, it should already be on Patreon. So if you also already want to see my reaction to the movie, you can find it there. If you subscribe to the early access tier, then you can just see my regular reaction to the movie. And if you subscribe to the uncut reaction tier, you can see my full reaction to the movie without any cuts. And that also goes for this episode. So if you want to see this episode and the other episodes uncut, it's also available there. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, then check out the link in the description to my Patreon and you can find everything on there. I just watched episode 9. And basically it ended at the part where they're in front of the gates of Bamberg and I just know there's gonna be a battle. There has to be a battle. It's the last episode. We have to get an epic battle. I feel it. And yeah, I just want Utrecht to retake Bamberg. For the other events, I have no idea what we're going to see and how it's gonna go. But that's just the main thing. Utrecht has to retake Bamberg. And I think that that's very logical, right? We have been waiting for that since the first episode, basically. Also, I have to say, I expected the last episode to be like longer. I thought, this is gonna be at least an hour and 20 minutes or something. But it's really just the normal 55 minutes. So yeah, I'm like, if it doesn't have to be longer, if they can close it well in that 55 minutes, I'm totally fine with it. But normally you see like a finale of a show, sometimes it's longer, but they didn't do that here. But still, I have faith that it will be a good finale. So I'm just gonna watch the finale now because I'm way too excited. So yeah, let's go. I also don't get why he sent Ethelstan up there. Okay, so he doesn't decide to give them to them. Didn't expect that.
I do not wish to comply. Did you see my father?
I will get the girl Ruiter from the ramparts. And Constantine agrees to that. Do not ask, he cannot refuse.
Huh. And he's just standing there constantly. I do not want to see this. I really hope they would be too busy with the... Ah! Maybe you don't even have to see it. Them being tortured.
For your armies, get the marriage bond sealed. We are so close getting what we want.
As a precaution, would place the elf somewhere safe. Hire room.
Yes, wise. Go with Lord Whitcar. We can withstand siege. Let Edward attack. Sit and waste on my blood. I will speak to him.
Why are we on the rampart? That is not what was discussed.
Show her to the Saxon.
Utrecht has to save her.
Go for negotiation. No.
Say nothing.
If you had just waited a bit longer.
Throw her over. We are ruthless.
Come on, Utrecht. Yes.
Let her go.
Run.
Run!
Really thought he had to save them, but
And we found her.
I feared Hessen would betray, did not. He was put to the sword concealed.
His death finally brings him honor. Will be welcome to Valhalla.
yeah, that's kind of what I thought too, yeah.
Deadwood has attacked, so time is short.
We still have the advantage. We do not know you are here.
They do.
Is it you or something?
Some other Utrecht.
Utrecht of Bebelberg.
Tread the imposter! He hunts me in my own fortress!
I suggest you find them.
Oh shit. Why is Ethelstan there out in the open? Damn, so close. Edward is not doing anything. Oh. No. No. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, to have an epic battle, you at least need someone to fight. Now it was just like them having the upper hand. But this is not good for them, no. Just gonna attack them from the back.
We have lost this fight. Throw yourself at my father's mercy.
You lost any influence with him when you joined with me and make you king.
Your
grandfather promises a great deal. Some more advice. When events change, plans should change. He'll
get her to the CK to safety.
Yes.
You will need a weapon.
I had hoped never to hold such a thing again.
I mean, you do a pretty good job.
Breaks my heart to drag you to this fight.
Please don't let her die. And I'm really done. I mean, they already killed Osford, so... But maybe this last episode, just one time, don't kill a main character we love.
Fight as you need to fight.
We attack, defend them so the women can escape. Agreed?
Army Lord King, they are approaching.
Oh, now they find out.
Play for time. We will prevail. The gate will hold. Armies will meet on the field.
Tempt God with so much pride.
I am proud.
We know.
Everything I predicted come to pass. He is impulsive.
If his pride is his fault, let him believe he is a lander. Open the sea gate. Anyone without a stomach, leave.
We have provisions.
Ages are for turns. Into the yard.
Isn't that where Hild was going?
They are pretending to abandon Bebbanburg.
Edward would not be that stupid. That will not work.
To the ramparts.
Stay back. No. Please don't.
She gave you a chance to retreat. She really doesn't want to kill, I think. But if she has to...
Thank you.
She still has it. Oh. Oh, these are the people who are fleeing. You know what this does kind of remind me of? The scene with Alfred, where he's just waiting for Edward to give the command while he's doing nothing. I don't know. I feel like I see more of his father in him every day.
My men flee by the dozen!
Good. Fewer to protect here.
Pull back! Stand down!
Do not believe it, Edward.
Honestly, Edward is not stupid though.
Scots, the king see them? No.
No.
Men are gathering behind the gate.
We'll attack them on two fronts.
Oh, this must be weird to have like some sort of helicopter view over everything.
Are you beating them back?
Soldiers are rowing for their lives, grabbing what tiny boats they can. They are leaving Bebbanburg.
What's happened with it?
There's been no word.
Uhtred has taken command. He could not take the fortress with 3 men. We couldn't take it when we were a dozen.
Something has happened within. We can do this.
Lord, no!
No warrior! Not off the count! Leave the battlefield! These soldiers who are with
Oh.
Do not come forward!
Honestly, young Uhtred the only reasonable person here. Or like the only person who sees what's going on. But I also somewhat understand that young priest boy is not the one you take counsel from.
Let us view this victory from above so we may preside over it.
I feel like Alfred is still not really sure about it all. Like there's still a conflict going on within him.
Now we take Northumbria for England!
Shit. Oh. They don't even notice. Oh, some of them start to notice now. Yeah. Oh, they're so fucked. Yeah. Oh.
Bastards!
Finnen.
Who is that? By the forest?
Stiora! Stiora! Oh my fucking god, I forgot about her. She might save the day. Even though she has every reason not to, but... Yeah, at least now it was easy to leave. I think Elfwin and Hild are also out by now. Oh my god, imagine standing there right on the edge and people just pushing. People are gonna fall. No, oh, that's terrible. Damn, they walked right into that trap. So many of them. No, not Eldhelm, no. 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 I'm so scared. Oh, this is nerve-wracking.
The battle's over.
Just not. Please suffer yourself.
Leave, for my son. Do not leave.
Oh.
The battle cannot be won. Edward has trapped himself. We cannot undo it.
We lead your men.
We cannot win this.
Gathered all these men here to help, but we're too late. Come with us now. Save yourself.
We'll not leave.
Or shall we?
We have to try.
Your brother came here. Ethelstan, Old Town, Kinla, anyone known? Sick Trigger, support me now. You would not
Yeah.
ask me to.
I promise. Do this. Danes will be rewarded.
You cannot promise me anything.
She cannot. It is true.
Again, I just really understand Stiora, but...
Speak to you, man who has lived among your gods are my god. Born a Saxon, raised the day that divided me. Perhaps the god let us all hear. For I will offer you a bar to fight now. For me, for Northumbria. We take these lands. We'll be taking them for Saxon and for Danes. Follow me. Danes will live in peace here. Danes will not be hunted. You will have lands and homes. I ask you not to do this for sex. Do it for what forebears came. The reason they rid their lives across the seas. Make a homeland. Follow me and
Even she's crying.
you have my word as a Saxon.
And a
as
Dane. Bruh, everyone's just crying at his speech. Same though. I feel like there was no time for that speech, but it had to be done. Fuck. Oh yeah, I felt like they were closer to the edge already, like Edward. Yeah. Now you're fighting on two sides. Oh, I really feel like they were just in time, even though half of their army died already. Oh. No, not him! And they're still pushing them. Oh, okay, they're free. That was crazy.
Burn the fortress. I do not want their stronghold on the border.
Oh.
Take any hostages you can.
What? What? Oh my god, they're really gonna burn Babenberg. Okay, at least they're still shooting them, even though they're gonna lose Babenberg.
Let's get you to safety if your father prevails what he may do to you.
No, Kinlav!
Did they get to safety? Yes. How can I win you the day? Taking hostages. Likewise, take him, the commander.
Yeah, I think it's time to shine, Utrecht. They can do this. Now you go there. Do what you have to do.
More step, you will be killed.
Should be pleading for your life. I know you're afraid.
Of course, I'm afraid we're not equals in swordcraft. If you agree to a fair fight,
Could never fight with honor.
honor doesn't win a fortress.
Ah. Thought it was just gonna be that guy, but really. Ah. Yeah, this guy really has no honor. And then Utrecht will still win. And he ran like a little coward again. Why did he come? I feel like this is Utrecht's fight though. Oh no, no. This entire fortress is gonna burn up in flames, right?
Stinking turd in his hole. Unable to face carnage, he is unleashed.
Get him!
Give me a reason not to cut the eyeballs.
I'll have to fight you. Please, I beg for his life.
Then you're a fool, but he has betrayed you and
Ooh, he's gonna find out now.
Ask him whose blood stains his hand.
All I have been to protect now.
If he knew or would not stand by, tell him the worst. Tell him, or I shall. Confess your sin and live or die disgraced.
Tell me, what does Ethelstan speak of?
Oh, chills, man. First I was like, why the hell is Ethelstan there? But that's a good one. I think it's nice that he gets to be the one to confront him. Also with the half-brother there.
It is a story which is hard to understand.
It's not.
Was for the honor blood.
Enough invasion! It sickens me!
He's like, just get on with it.
Elfwit, he had your mother killed to war with the Danes. All know it. Arron!
This is no truth, none at all.
It does not. It is. There is a reason. She was not the target.
She was killed by men you sent. You told me that my father was to blame.
The blame is his.
Yeah, keep believing that.
I did not know. Never would I.
Never!
Oh, poor Weir. The only person he thought he could really trust.
Do with him what you will.
No.
Said you would live. You spoke true, and you did. Now face the agony you caused.
Tell my grandson I am a man of honor.
I do feel like Edward wouldn't like that, because I think he did want him to like stand accused, or at least that he would have him as a prisoner, or that he would be the one to kill him, I don't know. Now he didn't even get to face him at all. But yeah, now he didn't have anything to live for anymore, so I still felt he would be too much of a coward to kill himself. Oh my god. Behind you.
It's the Lord of Babylon. It belonged to my father. Ruler! Say it! I will never surrender me as I killed my father. That is the legacy of our line, and your son will kill you. That is the destiny.
Huh. Wild way to look at this. Oh! This episode. Well, he has Babenberg back. If it doesn't burn. Yeah. Fuck. No.
To the sea gate, Lord!
No, let me conceive birth.
The smoke will choke you.
Gods will decide my fate.
Just fend for me. Please, just move.
Oh! It is my destiny to die in Babenberg.
No, it's not. It was your destiny to take it back. Well, he did that now, but not much left after this. I guess the gods do smile upon him. Oh, Elton was alive! Oh, I really thought he died. There was a lot of people who walked over him. Ah, exchanging hostages.
Welcome to Babenberg. I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred, heir to this fort and the lands that surround it.
I acknowledge you as lord of this fortress. Recognize your authority lands around it.
Can we exchange? Return our man and you can have him.
6 men for a one, even from a nephew. Not a fair price. I demand you swear Scotland.
No, that will not be. These are Saxon lands. Danes can thrive.
These lands are disputed, and I will always claim them. But I'm ready to accept the offer.
Okay.
Let's strike a bargain for a longer peace.
I'm not afraid to fight you. You want to make a longer peace? I will tell you my terms.
Is he okay? Oh, something happened to his leg, I think. How do they suddenly manage to make her older every episode, like only at the end? Join them. Should have known I would have only cried during this episode.
My son who has led us to such victory.
I mean, I don't know if it was your son, but...
Your heroism on the field, born in the songs and in the chronicles.
Also to the Danes, Lord King.
Also to the Danes, who may live in these lands in peace.
Lord Uhtred of Northumbria, congratulate you on restoring your birthright. May these lands be held by your descendants. Of your sons, profit for generations!
I think this is more gonna be a case of the sons of your daughter, because with the son that's gonna be a hard task.
Is this a trick to make me learn script?
Better than that, Osbert.
Wait.
New Lord, be able to tell you something of your origins.
I think he may have once met my father.
Yes,
Never mind.
something like that.
Is that his youngest son? The one everyone just forgot about? Oh.
You were worth the fight, my dearest girl. Your mother would be proud. I have a gift for you.
Oh, I was so hoping they would be reunited.
Some will take a while to recover.
Perhaps you might stay and care for them here.
Perhaps that is an excellent idea. Sea air is very good for us. I shall have called rooms with sea view.
She's gonna stay there. I feel like that's the last thing you want. It is. But honestly, she became an icon. Absolute icon. And they just keep kissing.
We will feast like brother. Truly what you have done for my family cannot be matched in any lifetime. The debt is ours. Shall accept your oath before the people. We will share the moment England is only made whole and defeat Scottish claim.
Constantine has withdrawn claim to this land.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Because I offered not to cede these lands to you. Will remain between the two, sworn to neither, to ensure peace.
We'll hear a Saxon empire.
They are not part of your kingdom. Recognize you as our overlord. These lands will remain Northumbria's alone. Will not become part of England.
After everything we've given you, you choose now to betray the house Wessex.
Wessex will unite England eventually, sure of it. You are the true king. But the man who can unify this must be a figure which the people can stand.
Show that you are not sown discord between Saxon and Dane.
Put him in his place.
Fight for it.
Oh, he's not happy with this. But yeah, I already thought that was gonna be like the next thing. Like, hey, you have to swear to me now, blah, blah, blah. What a beautiful finale.
I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred, torn from my birthright as the Lord of Northumbria, thorn in the sight of the House of Wessex.
Is he like a prisoner? Oh yeah.
Do not know what the gods choose.
Shit!
And they are on my side. The words I live by still stand true. I am Uhtred, son of Uhtred, for times past and times to come. Destiny is all.
No. Oh, we're gonna get flashbacks. Oh. Oh, why all the painful moments? And that just shows how much has happened. Well, I only just realized how much Stiora looks like her mom? What the hell? That is such good casting. Oh, this was also so messed up. Bro, he really went through a lot. Oh, they're killing me with this. Alfred, man, the true legend. Back at Bamberg, how we hoped it would end. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna cry for a few more minutes. Oh, this is bad. I'm crying so hard. It's just the moment it's ended, it's just... Whoa, this is really over and this was really the story. I'm a mess. Oh, guys, that was so good. Insane, insane. I am so happy that I eventually started to react to it, because I know people have been requesting this for years, of course, also because I reacted to Vikings, I think, but I just never really had the time. And I always said to myself, like, if I once have the time, there's not a lot of shows going on, I will start reacting to this. But it's so many episodes, so it still took me like over a year to, like, I think like 1.5 years to finish this show. But honestly, it was a really good decision. I also think because I said, I think a season back or something, that I recommended this show to my dad, and my dad just binged everything in like 2 or 3 weeks, and then he was just done with the show. And now when I talk to him about The Last Kingdom, and I'm like, oh, I reacted to this and this episode, and do you remember this? And then he's like, oh, it's been such a while since I watched that, so I don't even remember it that well anymore. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun to binge stuff, but I think for me, also for people, of course, who started with season 1 and then had to wait for a season every year, you spend so much more time on it. And for me, especially because I also have to edit the episode. So after I record it, I'm still working 4 to 5 hours more on the same episode. So I feel like it stays with you more. It's really like this thing that has been going on for 1.5 years, and just these characters you love. It's just like from the beginning, I know how I wanted this show to end. with him taking Bamberg back. And I feel like it was pretty obvious that that was gonna be the end. It's still like, wow, we're seeing it now. The thing we hoped for so long, it happened now. And that just feels so good. I don't even really know where to start with the episode itself. So I'm gonna talk about the flashbacks first. I think they did that so beautifully. Of course, we've seen in the show before that they worked with flashbacks. For example, when Brita died, we saw like some parts of their youth. We've seen it with other characters, other scenes. But this time it was really sort of a recap from the entire show. And first I thought it was like mostly sad moments, but then it was also like happy moments. I think just like the highlights of everything that happened to Uhtred. And also some things like, not things I hadn't forgotten them, but things I just didn't really think about that much anymore. Like the time they got taken as slaves. I think those were some of the heaviest episodes. And I almost forgot all the women he dated in the beginning. I remember joking about that in season 1 and 2. Like, oh, he finds another woman now. Oh, he's gonna marry again. Because in the beginning it was constantly like him getting another wife, you know. I have to say, of course, there's a lot of time jumps. So now he's a bit older, and I think that was more like his younger years. But yeah, now it comes back to me that I was joking about that constantly. And I kind of forgot about that too. Like, oh yeah, that was a thing that was actually going on. And we saw like the one wife who got beheaded. I think that was the sister of the one king. That really broke him. But for a second I was like, oh yeah, that was Theora's and Uhtred's mom, right? And then I was like, no, that was not her. That was the next one. And then when we saw her, well, I never realized how much that actress and the actress of Theora look alike. That's insane to me. It was just at one point I saw her in the scene and I was like, oh, that's Theora. But like they were kissing and I was like, no, Theora's not kissing her father. That's her mother. They look so alike. That's insane. And of course you don't really realize that because you never see them together. When she was still alive, Theora was a kid herself. Now she's a grown-up woman. And we've never seen them share the screen at that age, sadly. But yeah, that really made me realize that. Oh, I just realized while I was reading comments on this episode that they didn't even mention Theora. No mention of Theora in the flashbacks. That's kind of sad. People are saying she really deserved a mention as well. Also, I really like this one. I think you all know the meme with like the drawing of the horse. And normally with a show you have like lesser seasons. And there's good seasons, but there's also lesser seasons. Someone posted this. Oh, I hope you can see it. But it's basically just all the seasons. It's just like the full-on beautifully drawn horse. Because that really is what it is though. There was not one season where I was like, oh, this is a bad season. I think it also really helps because I've said this a couple of times during the reactions. And in the beginning, people pointed this out to me. Like, this show really gets better by the season. And I think that really helps because if every new season beats the older season, you're not going to think like, oh, last season was bad. You're just going to be like, oh my god, this season is also so good. And then when, for example, season 4 is even better than season 3, you're not going to think season 3 was bad, but you're just going to be like, again, this season is so good. So I think that really helps. They do that really well. And I also, if I remember correctly, I have to admit that I think the first episode or like the first 2 episodes were so interesting. And then with season 1 for a while, I was like, it's a fun and interesting show, but I don't really see the hype yet, you know? And I feel like from season 2 on, then it kind of started and I was like, oh, I get what people are saying. Yeah, this is already way better than season 1. And then season 3 was even better. So yeah, for me, there were just really no bad seasons. It was just all really good. I think you can really say this show is a masterpiece because not a lot of shows have that they just have every season that's just like amazing, you know? Also, I'm wondering the boy Hild brought there. It was also because Edward said something like, yeah, may the sons of your sons inherit this and blah, blah, blah. It's like after what Brita did to his son, it's not very possible for him to have children anymore. So it's like, oh yeah, probably just Theora's children then, I guess, if she ever finds a new husband. But then right after we saw Hild, who brought this boy there. And it has been a question of mine since that happened. Like, Uhtred's wife, she gave birth to this baby and she died in childbirth. And I was pretty sure the baby was still alive. But we just never heard anything of this child anymore. And I think I even mentioned it in some episodes, like, but what about his other son? And they just never mentioned it. It was almost like Uhtred had forgotten he had another son. And at some point I just started to assume like, he probably died or something, or I don't know, because we never heard anything from him again. But yeah, the boy she was walking with, that must be his youngest son then, right? I'm kind of sad we didn't see a reunion or anything. I'm also not sure if it was necessary, because I think, okay, maybe they could have cleared it up a bit better, but I really wouldn't know who else he would be. So yeah, that must be the son. But I'm kind of sad we didn't see them meet. But also, like I said, is that really necessary? We know that he's there now. We know Uhtred has another son who can have children probably. Not that was like the biggest thing for me. It was mostly just like what happened to him, you know? So yeah, I guess that's kind of cleared up now. Okay, yeah, I looked it up real quick, and it is indeed confirmed here that it is indeed the son of Uhtred, like I thought. Like I said, I thought so, but I like things to be clear. So yeah, it's nice that they introduced him. I feel like maybe he might have a role in the movie then. Because otherwise I'm like, okay, yeah, doesn't have to be. They could just introduce him to be like, hey, there was this one thing we still needed to clear up. But also they might introduce him for that. But I'm also really not sure what we're going to see in this movie. I feel like everything's kind of fine now. Like, I'm happy that we're still getting something. I love to see more of them. I love to see more of the gang, you know. But I really don't know what to expect from that. Okay, before I end this, I feel like I talked a lot about the show in general and not about this episode itself. I knew this was gonna be a long outro, by the way, but I think we all expected that with the show ending. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk on for a bit more. But the episode itself, I think it was a really good episode as a season finale, or like a show finale. It was, like I said, an epic fight. The whole thing with the Scottish king is, yeah, resolved now. One thing I was indeed wondering about is, of course, Edward wants to have Northumbria for his kingdom as well. So it's like all united, like his father's dream. So I was thinking like, okay, but if Uhtred takes over, then Edward will want that. But Edward has indeed shown that he makes decisions that are sometimes not that well thought through. Like, for example, in this episode, that was the biggest thing. He already attacked while he should have waited, just because he was indeed anxious to wait or something. And then they were at the gate and he believed them again and he did something stupid. And also he assumed instantly like, Uhtred is lord here, so yeah, now we can make this happen, you know. But I think what the Scottish king did was very smart. Because if I was him, I also wouldn't fully trust Edward anymore. Okay, Æthelhelm did lie a lot and he's like the last person you should trust, but there was some kind of, just a little bit of a true thing in there. I feel like Edward doesn't always make the most rational decisions, because he also, I think I talked about this before, I feel like he really acts on emotion, but he also doesn't. When it's about his family, he's like, he's not emotional about that or whatever, and he's just like, he knows that the right decision is to just let them suffer and be like, no, but it's for the people. But then at the same time, when it's for him personally, then it's like, if he doesn't get what he wants, he gets angry, and that's kind of the emotion I mean. And I think that is a flaw of him, because like we also saw, that he just doesn't listen to any of his advisors anymore just because he gets angry. I don't know. I just want to say I understand Edward more. I want to understand him more, also because, yeah, people in the comments are also saying that like, okay, it might be disrespectful towards, for example, Æthelflaed, what he does. But there are good reasons he makes this decision. And I really want to understand that being a king is a hard position. But I get the Scottish king for not fully, yeah, trusting him. Being sure he won't, like, try to take your land next, you know? So I think it's a smart thing he did to, like, make this deal with Uhtred. Oh, one thing I also wanted to mention about the flashbacks. We saw Alfred. And that made me really think, like, when I was reacting to season 1, 2, 3, I think. Yeah, we saw a lot of Alfred, of course. And I remember I thought he was like an admirable person, but I also thought he was really annoying. And it was mostly about the way he treated Uhtred. And I said so many times, oh, I fucking hate this guy, I don't like him. And we had the one scene at the battlefield, what I talked about as well, where he just didn't do anything to save Uhtred and his men, and then Edward had to solve it in the end. But it was in the end just a lesson for Edward, you know. And I remember every time I was kind of hating on Alfred, there was always people in my comments who were like, no, Alfred is the GOAT, Alfred is a legend, blah, blah, blah. And I was always like, yeah, I kind of get what you mean, like, what he's trying to do here. I mean, it's a historical big thing, you know. And I also I respect him or something. But no, I just can't really agree with the things he does and all. And I always felt a bit like, I don't really like him. But now, the thing is, since his death, I feel like so much has happened. And also, I think the final talk with Uhtred also really helped me with that. And I'm just like, no, I get what these people mean now. He is a legend. And I can't say anything bad about Alfred anymore. It's just like, yeah, slay. Even though when you're watching him do these things to Uhtred, you're like, fuck you. But I understand why he's a legend now, you know. Also, I hate it. I only found this out later, but the actor is just like a gay icon. I didn't know that. I was watching the one movie with Harry Styles, like My Policeman. And he was there and he was like a couple with Harry Styles. And I was like, oh my God. And I suddenly realized like, hey, I think this man is gay. And then I looked him up and he was just like an absolute gay icon. I think I literally watched that movie the day after Alfred died in The Last Kingdom. And I was like, fuck, I would have wanted to see him with that knowledge, you know? I wanted to see this actor more, but, you know, can't have everything in life. Yeah, and I just really like that in the end, Uhtred is there with his children, even the third child joining them. I think that is the thing we always hope for, or at least I always hoped for, so it's just a really good ending. Also, Finan and Sihtric being there, probably their families are gonna go there too. I'm kind of scared I'm forgetting things because this is the last episode. I mean, we still have the movie after this, but I think I mentioned it all though. I think I mentioned what I wanted to mention. I'm just glad not a lot of like super important characters died in this last episode. That was what I was kind of afraid of. I really thought Eldhelm died at one point because he really got stamped over, right? Like people were walking over him. Thought you're not gonna survive this, or was that not him? Did I just not see that well? I guess he just survived it. So yeah, that's one thing I'm glad of, because they have been killing off characters every episode now. I was like, oh, we're gonna lose some important people in this finale, but I'm glad they didn't. It's been enough for this season, you know? Yeah, and I think the last thing I want to mention is just like the fight with Widgar. I think it went exactly as I expected. I kind of hope to see a fair fight between them. And I somewhat get his point, like, hey, it isn't fair because we don't have the same strength with a sword. We're not the same level of swordman, you know? But to just, like, send multiple men at him and then still attack him yourself was just, I think, exactly what you would expect from Widgar. So, yeah, it's good that he took over now, Uhtred. And Elswit is coming to live with them. I also really did see that coming. I thought, oh, she's just gonna return with Edward. She's like, yeah, I'll have a nice room. And Edith as well, of course, so that's nice. But also, just as I really came to appreciate Alfred, I also really came to appreciate Elswit. Something I never expected in the beginning. And who knows, maybe I'll also one time come to appreciate Edward. Like I do in some way, but also not, I don't know. Tough one with Edward still. But yeah, I think that was really it then. It feels weird. It feels like a goodbye. But like I said, of course, we still have the movie. And it is already available on my Patreon when you're watching this on YouTube. So if you already want to see my reaction to the movie, then check out my Patreon. You can subscribe to the early access tier to just see the normal movie reaction. But if you want to see my full reaction to this episode and my full reaction to the movie and all the other episodes even, then you can subscribe to the uncut reaction tier. And yeah, maybe even if you just watched all my normal reactions and you want to rewatch, you can just subscribe. It's all available there now. And then you can just watch all the uncut reactions if you'd like. So yeah, please let me know what you thought of the finale. And yeah, if you like my reaction, then please leave a like, subscribe, and then I really hope to see you back next time at the movie. So yeah, hope to see you then. Bye!